The Danish Gambit has got to be the most energetic way to play with the white pieces. So much so that accepting the Gambit is almost a death sentence for black. But honestly, you get insane development with this opening. Let me show you. Right, here we are. This is the random opponent from the large chess splits pool, and we're playing the Danish Gambit, so I absolutely love this opening. I think that the development you get is just really something else. So the opening is with d4, and interesting, my opponent plays d5. I think I'm gonna play this sort of like a Scandinavian, so I'll take here, and after the queen recaptures, play c takes d4 here. The material is equal, but I think with this queen in the sense we'll get great development anyway. Knight f6 is fine. I'll attack the queen here, probably expecting the move like bishop b4. Yeah, bishop b4 is played. I'll just continue with bishop d3 here. My opponent can't take this pawn because I've got this discovery. If knight c6 is a okay move, I'm just going to continue knight f3 here. Castles and I'll castle as well, so we've got an interesting position here. Bishop takes c3, I'll recapture. Perhaps my opponent wants to bring the knight into the centre. Okay, bishop g4 is fine. I'm just going to retreat my bishop here, defend my knight. We've got the bishop pair here, so if it reaches an endgame, we will have the advantage. It's important to know though when you're playing gambits what you should also do if your opponent refutes it, and just sort of get an idea of the positions that come out of it. Okay, rook e8, I'm just going to play bishop f4 here to attack this pawn. We're very solid here. Rook e7 is a decent move, it defends the c7 pawn. I think I'm just going to play c4, I'm going to attack the queen and then march this pawn forward. Can bring the rook to the b file, and we've got a great position here. Okay, queen e4 is interesting. I didn't expect that move. I'll just drop back to e3 here, reinforcing the pawn and also preventing the queen from attacking my e2 bishop. Okay, so my opponent's really going on in the e file. I'm quite low on time here, so better watch out. I'm just going to attack the bishop here. Takes, I'll recapture, bring my rook to the b file. Should be able to win this if we make quite a few pre-moves. My opponent plays an exchange sacrifice, I'll just take that, that's no problem. And now I've got this b7 pawn, this knight on c6 is very weak. My opponent has backline problems as well. Okay, the knight comes forward, I'll attack this knight and then grab this pawn. Oh, even if the knight moves, then we do have back rank, so that's really nice. Okay, the knight retreats, that's fine. I'll just bring my rook to the back rank here. Exerts a lot of pressure. Okay, the queen defends, that's fine. I'll attack the rook here, queen c1. Pre-move, rook takes f3. Yeah, nice. Correct pre-move. Okay, I'll for queen trade here. Okay, nice. We've got a back rank here. Yeah, rook takes d8 check is really nice. Pre-move, and here we are. Nice win with 4.3 seconds left on the clock. My opponent resigned, so can't get the mate on the board, but good game. Well played. Moving on to some games that I have with friends now. Alright, here we are. Played someone else this time. 2100 though, still a brilliant player. e5 and then d4 and then c3. The magic happens after bishop c4. Yeah, my opponent accepts both the pawns, but this is just a great position. Unparalleled development in terms of like your opening gambits. Okay, knight c6. I'll develop with knight f3. Bishop b4 check is the normal move in this position. I'll block with knight e3, and then we got castles. Okay, knight f6 castles, and my opponent castles as well. So we've got a nice move here. We can play e5. Interesting, my opponent takes. I'm just going to recapture here. Knight e4, I'll come back. This knight can be a target in the future. Queen e7 is interesting, perhaps lining up something with queen b4. I'm not going to worry about that though. I'm just going to play rook e1 and attack the knight. Okay, knight g5, that's an interesting move, but I think I've got a very potent attacking idea here. I'm going to take, and then I'm going to play rook e3. This is a brutal rook lift threatening to come to g3. It would cause a lot of problems though. d6, this does nothing to stop rook g3, so I'm just going to play it. Queen e7, I can now take on d6, attacking the queen and open up this diagonal for my bishop. This is just goes to show these bishops can be super powerful. My opponent recaptures. This has got to be a mate. I'm just going to play queen h5 here. This seems like the simplest way to finish off the game. Queen e4. This doesn't actually stop the mate because this is a double check. And then there we are. Nice rook mate against my opponent. Well played. Alright, here we are in another game. I wish my opponent good luck. Playing someone else different this time. They're 1935 rapid, so they are a strong player, not just 1601 blitz. Okay, we'll start out with e4. d4 takes and c3. Here we are. See if my opponent tries to decline this gambit, because there are certainly variations with, yeah, d5. I'm going to take him and try and play this like a Scandinavian, I think, with Tate and then knight c3 attacking the queen. This looks pretty good. Queen a5 checks a bit odd. I'm just going to block with a knight. And bishop e5, so my opponent's really going all in on this c3 square. I'm actually going to play knight f3 here, sort of daring my opponent to take, because after takes, queen takes, bishop d2, my queen defends the rook and this knight defends the pawn. We've got a great development in that position. So here we are, we've found a way to sacrifice a pawn against the declined version, and this is a fantastic position. Queen a5, I'm just going to continue with bishop c4, kind of going out this weak f7 square. Castle's next, and the rook on the e file would be devastating, and my opponent actually plays queen e7, which is interesting. Okay, I'm going to go for a very tricky move here. Don't try this at home. knight e5. I'm going to bait out f6, then play bishop f7 check. If the king comes here, then I've got queen b3 and then these threats of bishop b4. And if the king comes over here, I'll probably play something like bishop g5, interestingly. So yeah, my opponent does go for f6. Let's try our idea with bishop f7 check. It'll be interesting to see where my opponent moves the king. Okay, my opponent goes for king d8. I believe that this is the better move of the two. And I'm actually going to go for something different to what I said here. I think that the move bishop takes g8 is really good. Because after rook takes, then I can play queen h5. If takes, then I've got this pin. So yeah, my opponent recaptures, queen h5. Always tactical positions with this opening. And of course, if my opponent doesn't take, then I'll just simply castle. Okay, h6 is a good move, great defensive move. And here, I'm going to castle on the queen side, why not? Takes an hour recapture with the pawn, really splitting open this d-file. Then my opponent is defending well here. I'll bring my rook to the center, threatening e6. Okay, king c8, sidestepping onto the c-file. I think I'm still going to go for e6 here though. It still looks pretty good. We're quite low on time here, so I'll have to make quite a few free moves. Okay, takes queen e5. I'm going to put some more pressure on this bishop. King c2. Gonna have to go on the king flank here. This is fine. This is fine. Good game.